Hello there, everyone. It's Acer back today, and this is going to be a full-on breakdown, an Easter egg review of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. I watched it earlier today with the family. It was such an amazing ride. Absolutely thrilled. This season is, I can already tell, it's going to be just amazing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's just, the first episode was so good. I am that confident that the rest of the season will be as good as the first season. You can hold me accountable for saying that. I'm going to knock on wood right there, because like I'm thoroughly just, I don't know, they have me locked in. I mean, I was gonna watch it either way. It could be horrible and I would still watch it. It's Star Wars, right? But yeah, so this is going to be my Easter egg review of The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 1, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, guys, so I wanted to open it up with something that I thought was really cool. I missed this on my first go-around, but that guy there that you see chilling, pushing something at Mos Pelgo, that is actually Sam Wittwer, the voice of Darth Maul, and the physical portrayal and the voice actor for Starkiller in the Force Unleashed games. So this was really, really cool. We actually had Matt Lanter play one of the New Republic guards in last season, who was actually the voice of Anakin Skywalker in the Clone Wars, and I thought this was a really cool, just Easter egg. That is Sam Wittwer. Alright, so next up I wanted to go over a lot of the major pop culture references that I saw in this episode. Me and my dad both thought of Jaws immediately when they were fighting the Krayt Dragon. I mean, just look at this concept art that, played at the end of the episode. It looks exactly like this shot from Jaws. So I thought that was really cool. But then you also have Owen from Jurassic World taming the raptors, and at one point in the episode you have Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, who's like talking to the Tusken Raiders hound things. I forget what they're called. We're going to go over that in just a moment. But then they also at one point used the Bantha as bait to get the Krayt Dragon out of his cave. And I thought that was like the goat from Jurassic Park. So lots of pop culture references in this episode. I thought those were all really cool. Okay, so next up, I want to talk about some of the vehicles that we saw in this episode. Now, first off, immediately, I was like, oh my god, that guy is riding half a pod racer. That was so cool. And then I looked at it more closely, and I was like, wait, that looks oddly suspicious. Cobb Vanth is looking sus. And I was like, is that Anakin Skywalker's pod racer? Now, I don't know if this is confirmed or not. It looks very similar. It could just be, a different, pod racer of the same style. But that's looking pretty similar to me. I don't know if it's Anakin's or not, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. I think Cobb Vanth is riding part of Anakin Skywalker's pod racer. But then we also have a V-35 speeder, which was first seen in A New Hope at the Skywalker homestead. And the Marauders are actually, they hop in one to escape from Cobb Vanth when he's, liberating Mos Pelgo. So that was really cool. We saw one of them as well. Okay, so next up, I want to take a moment to just acknowledge all of the familiar aliens that we saw in this episode. Obviously, you got the Tusken Raiders, the Wittwer, the Kyuzu, which is the same species as Embo from the Clone Wars, the Gamorrean Guards, and then this guy is an Abyssin, which we actually saw one in the Cantina in A New Hope. So that was all really cool. And if you know me, you'll know that one of the weakest things that I think was in the sequel trilogy, one of their problems, was the lack of, just a perfect blend of both new and old when it comes to alien species, and The Mandalorian does an excellent job at blending that. And I'm a fan of the sequels, but The Mandalorian definitely, they did it right, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so next up, we are talking about the Krayt Dragon again, because, oh my god, was that not the coolest thing of this entire episode? Mind a certain cameo appearance at the end. This thing was absolutely massive, absolutely terrifying, and the visuals were absolutely stunning. Great job to ILM. I did not expect anything less. It's ILM. But they're really stepping up the game of what it means to be a TV show now. For anyone who's a fan of The Walking Dead like myself, they can't even computer generate a deer, so this was just breathtaking. But yeah, also, if you're not familiar with the picture shown here, this is from A New Hope, and that is indeed the skeletal remains of another Krayt Dragon, but that thing has to be like a newborn or something, because it is tiny compared to the one that we saw in today's episode. That was probably my favorite part of this entire episode, the Krayt Dragon. Alright, so next up we got a bunch of other smaller references and Easter eggs. We got R5-D4 back at it again, the classic astromech that we saw in A New Hope, who's, unfortunately his motivator broke before the Jawas could sell him off to Uncle Owen and Luke Skywalker, but I was really glad to have him back in this cameo appearance. We also have those hound-looking things that chill out with the Tusken Raiders, and we first saw them in Attack of the Clones. They're also known as Massifs, and they were definitely pretty intimidating, but it seems like Mando can handle them pretty well. And then we got the Womp Rats. We've heard their name quite a bit, especially in this episode. I remember trying to, kill him in Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. That's what that picture is from, Womp Rats. That I always remember, breaking the trash cans in Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga and trying to slash him with my lightsaber. Okay, guys, obviously I saved the best for last. Boba Fett makes his triumphant return in this episode. I was so happy to see him at the end. Tamora Morrison looking pretty worse for the wear there, but I think that's all because of the Sarlacc pit and the damage that he probably received while he was chilling in there. Not gonna lie, when I first saw Cobb Vanth walk into that cantina wearing Boba Fett's armor, I got pretty scared. I was like, oh man, did they actually just, confirm that he's dead? But then I had my sneaking suspicion that he might show up later on, and boy was I happy when he did. A lot of people over on my TikTok were asking me, whether or not it was actually Boba Fett or not. And yes, that is Boba Fett. That is Tamora Morrison. He is the actor for Jango Fett all throughout the prequel trilogy. And, unlike other clones, Boba Fett did not have an increased rate of aging. So the timeline wouldn't make sense for it to be Captain Rex or anything. There is a chance that he might show up later on, but he would definitely look a lot older than Tamora does here. And he would probably have his white beard. And also, I have increased the saturation and the contrast on the helmet. So I can confirm that is Boba Fett's armor. You can also tell by the classic indent, seen in the helmet. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. My full-on Easter egg review of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun making it. And definitely, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I post a bunch of Star Wars content. Definitely check out some of my older videos. Follow me on TikTok. I post every day over there. It's a ton of fun. Leave a like, drop a comment, and once again, thank you so much for watching. May the Force be with you. This is the way, and have a great night.